Guys, Ghana is one of the world's best kept secrets. Hey guys, my name is Buka and welcome to my channel. I call this channel Untamed Travels. On this channel, I'm going to be bringing you some certain information about, locations that are usually not on your travel destination list, but I want to share with you information about these places to let you know that these places are very okay to travel to. Please come along this journey with me and let us enjoy the world together. This is my very first YouTube video, and on this episode of Untamed Travels, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 6 days travel itinerary from Amsterdam, the Netherlands, all the way to Accra, Ghana. I'll break it down from visa application to flights, accommodation, as well as everything you can do in Ghana in just 6 days. Guys, please like and subscribe, and without wasting much of your time, let's get right into it. To travel to Accra, a visa like this is required unless you're a member of one of the West African states within the ECOWAS or some of those visa-exempt Caribbean islands. Regardless of where you're from, it is also mandatory to have a yellow fever vaccination before you can acquire a visa to Accra. Even those within the ECOWAS are required to be vaccinated for yellow fever. Our journey begins from Amsterdam Airport Schiphol in the middle of a very big crisis. For the past few weeks, Schiphol Airport has been the scene of cancelled flights and very angry passengers due to airport workers' trade union strikes. The flight to Accra was delayed for 3 hours, but at the end of the day, it was now time to head to the gate and board the flight. So see you guys in Accra, Ghana. Arriving in Accra was a very smooth experience. The airport was so beautiful and incredibly world standard. A very big crowd greets you as you leave the arrival hall, mostly taxi drivers and families waiting for their loved ones. I had to find my way through the crowd to find a taxi to my apartment. Although it was a 6-day trip, I decided to stay in 2 apartments at different parts of town. For the first 3 days, I stayed at the Aviary apartment, which was a 3-bedroom apartment. I had friends over and this was very necessary, and this cost me about $120 a night. The apartment was very serene, very clean, and also in a very wonderful location. For the last 3 days, I stayed at the Accra Luxury apartment located in the Gallery complex. The Gallery complex is a very prime location with several hotels and apartments on its ground. It has the best amenities and is situated in the best part of the city. This apartment cost me about $90 a night and it was a 2-bedroom apartment. It was a very incredible place to stay. Now let's talk about shopping for amenities while in Accra. The first option is of course the Grand Accra Mall, which is located in the center of the city. The mall has hundreds of shops, cafes and restaurants that can cater for your every need. The second place I would recommend for shopping, especially for food items for your apartments, is the ShopRite in Osu. They have several ShopRites all over the city, but this one is one of the biggest. You can find a variety of meat, cereals, drinks, and everything you would need in your apartment. For a more local and cultural experience, the best place to buy food items straight from the farm is the Medina Market. Everything is fresh and you will have a great time interacting with the local sellers. For eating out, the place I was taken to by the taxi driver from the airport was the Mavako fast food. They had an amazing fried rice with the best grilled chicken I've ever tasted. All my Ghanaian friends recommended I try the Buka restaurant, mostly because Buka is my name as well. The Buka restaurant had an amazing menu of traditional Ghanaian and Nigerian dishes, served in a wonderful atmosphere while listening to live jazz music. Personally, I think the Buka restaurant is arguably the best restaurant in the whole of Accra. And for the famous Ghanaian jollof, I had the best jollof rice right at Parkview Cafe opposite the National Theatre. Now let's get to the most interesting part of my trip, which is the Accra Nightlife. Accra is a city that comes alive at night, with so much fun activities to offer tourists and visitors. As a matter of fact, my Ghanaian friends threw me a surprise birthday party in a place called the Aliba. It was mind-blowing.
Happy birthday, Buka!
The Aliba was just spectacular. I couldn't get enough of it. Every night after my birthday, I kept returning to the Aliba with my friends. Aliba was just a whole vibe. The music, the crowds, the staff, everything was just simply on point. It wasn't just the Aliba that made my nights in Accra interesting. I have compiled a list of some of the other places that you must visit when you're in Accra.
Everything.
Now this brings us to the famous Labadi Beach. Labadi Beach is one of the few beaches in Accra that has not been completely taken over by private resorts. There you can interact with the locals and foreigners alike. Labadi Beach is riddled with a selection of beachfront bars, restaurants, cabanas and so much more. You can never run out of things to do at the Labadi Beach, from horseback riding to jet skiing and so much entertainment from locals. Accra is a city with so much historical, cultural and political sites to see. I had only 6 days, but I was able to see a few. The first, of course, was the Black Star Gate, which marks the Ghanaian independence. It was a pleasure to go to the burial site and mausoleum of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, who was the first democratic president of the Republic of Ghana. Jamestown, which is the oldest part of Accra and the first settled area. It is now a small fishing village compared to the rest of Accra metropolis. It was fun to see the lighthouse, which was built here by the British. The Christiansborg Castle was built by the Danish as a slave port lodge. It was in later years converted to a presidential palace up until 2013. No trip is complete without souvenirs. To get the best souvenirs, you have to go to the Accra Arts Center. This place is riddled with wonderful items made by local people, from face masks to incredible figurines and then clothing. This will make you remember your wonderful stay in Accra. I had a really fun time driving through the streets of Accra. There was so much to see, and I have included some of the notable ones here for you. My time in Accra was incredible. It is a city filled with very happy and welcoming people. It was also very safe. Everything from the food, the sights, and activities would make your trip worthwhile. I had such a short time in Accra, but it was great. I advise anyone who wants to experience something new to journey to Ghana for a trip of a lifetime. Thank you so much guys for sticking around and watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and please hit those like and subscribe buttons, and I would really appreciate it if you can leave some constructive criticism, some advice, some suggestions on how to make my videos better. This was my very first video, and with your support I'm going to bring more contents like this in, discovering some wonderful places with you guys. I hope to see you guys back in my very next video, so stick around and enjoy with me. Thank you.